It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From the Galaxy, we welcome you to Tuesday afternoon interdivisional CVC baseball right here on WBCB, where today it's a matchup between two Hamilton teams once again as the 1-1 Hamilton West Hornets take on the 2-3 Nottingham Northstars. And a pleasant good afternoon to everybody alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher. I'm Jordan Hirsch. Fish, it's always fun, of course, when we've got yet another Battle of Hamilton this early in the season, but even better when you've got a pitching matchup like we have on tap for you today. Both teams sending their aces to the mound. For Jerry Gomez's Hamilton West squad, he'll throw Bryce Bolognini, the senior left-hander out there, who's coming off of 5 perfect innings in which he struck out 13 of the 15 Ewing Blue Devils that he faced on opening day for Hamilton West in a 10-0 win. As for Nottingham, they send Nick Gaglione to the bump today. In 3 appearances so far this season, he's gotten hit around a bit. His defense hasn't really helped him out, and he still sports a sub-3 ERA. So, Fish, it's an old-fashioned pitcher's duel here on an early afternoon in Central Jersey.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, like you said, it's always an entertaining contest when you have the two township teams going. A little different scenario. Nottingham comes in here with 5 games under its belt, and Hamilton's only played twice, but that's the breaks in the early season when it comes to weather and scheduling. Nottingham has won 2 of its last 3 after an 0-2 start, and they pounded the ball in the victories over PDS and Heightstown to the tune of 27 runs, and West exploded for a 10-0 win over Ewing in its opener, but then didn't score a run in a 3-0 decision to Lenape Saturday. And okay, here's all my stuff about the pitching duel that you already said, so I gotta go back. Bolognini is he's coming off a tough year. He had an injury last year. It limited him to just 1 inning pitched, so that was really good news for the Hornets to see him come back strong in that opener. And the thing about Gaglione, you're right, he hasn't gotten a lot of defense behind him, but he's got a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 9 Ks, just 3 walks. So he's not beating himself with free passes. That's always huge. One of the major differences in these teams right now is offensively. Hamilton's hitting just .235, but two games is not really much of a sample size. I mean, you know, you break out with a good game, and then all of a sudden you're hitting over 300 as a team. All 12 of the Hornets' hits are singles. They need to start getting some pop in the lineup. And Bolognini's just been doing it all. He's the main offensive threat. 4 hits and 2 RBIs and 8 at-bats. Nottingham, a much bigger threat. Nottingham will present a bigger threat to Bolognini than Ewing did. North Stars are slamming the ball. .317 clip, .452 slugging percentage. And what a bunch of good young players on this Nottingham team. Sophomore Austin Wright, he's been on fire out of the 3-hole with a .733 average with 2 doubles, 2 triples and home run and 6 RBIs. And when you get that out of your 3-hole, that's huge. That makes the whole lineup just, go. And you had number 2 batter Alex Alonso right in front of him hitting .429 with a .714 slug. So those two get things started, and that always gives the team a good attitude when they get those runs early. Then you give the lineup some length. Gaglione, Joey Septak, freshman Braden Elnegger, all hitting over 350 in the 4, 7, and 9 spots. So that makes it tough for a pitcher. He can't really relax. Like if you get through the top of the lineup, then you're in good shape. Bolognini has to navigate through a difficult minefield here. So he's got to keep those guys quiet at the top of the lineup. Keep them, try to get them to take some bad pitches, get themselves out. Don't make mistakes because the North Stars are going to hit it if you do. And despite what they're hitting, Hamilton has a pretty good lineup. Gaglione doesn't want to be the one to let the Hornets break out. He needs to maintain that good control, not give Hamilton too many free base runners. Really, just go right at these guys and see how good his stuff is against a lineup that's scuffling right now. You know, if they seem to start to hit it, then you alter your game plan a little bit. But I would just go right at him and see how it goes. And that's about it for me, my friend.
Well, today's game on WBCB, it's being brought to you by Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, Haldeman Ford, the Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, Kessel Dermatology, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, Chris's Auto Body, D. Lorenzo's The Berg, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Trentonian, and Hyundai of Trenton. Back with lineups and first pitch after this on WBCB.
Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorne.com.
Back here from the Galaxy, Nick Gaglione has taken the mound for his warm-up tosses, and now let's take a look at the lineup that he will face today from the Hamilton West Hornets. Leading it off will be the pitcher Bryce Bolognini, followed by shortstop Tyrone Krupe and catcher A.J. Zuccarello. The center fielder Luke Radoslavich bats cleanup, followed by second baseman Danny Vergara and right fielder Joaquin Gutierrez. The bottom three in the Hamilton West order are first baseman Caleb Avasso, third baseman Noah Lesperance, and the center fielder is the sophomore Chris Lockington. And they're going to take on Nick Gaglione, the senior right-hander, who Fish, as I alluded to during the pregame, hasn't gotten a whole lot of help from his defense this season. He sports a 2.9 ERA in 9 2/3 innings. He has allowed 14 hits and 14 runs, but only 4 of those runs are earned. And like you mentioned, he's been keeping runners off the base paths, at least via the free pass. Only 3 walks in those 9 2/3 innings, and he has struck out 9. And he's facing a lineup that head coach Jerry Gomez doesn't really know what he has yet through the first 2 games, because 10 runs against Ewing and then shut out against Lenape. This could be a real test for these Hornets this afternoon.
Yeah, it could be, but I mean, I think Hamilton's going to break out a little bit. I mean, they have a couple of good hitters in this lineup that are proven hitters, and you know, they're not going to stay down forever. So, you know, Gaglione has to be. I said it earlier. He's got to go after him, but if he goes after him and just fires those fastballs and they start to hit him, then you're going to have to make some adjustments. But you know, they're a better lineup than they've shown right now. I think they're closer to the lineup they showed against Ewing than against Lenape. But, you know, we'll see. This is not really hitter's weather, this cold, windy weather either.
No, it is not, which means they're going to have to be led by this guy stepping into the left-handed batter's box, the senior Bryce Bolognini, who has been on a tear to start the season, 4 for 8 to begin the year. Multiple hits in both games for Hamilton West, and he takes the first pitch strike. And we are underway right on time at 12:57.
Gotta love it. Yeah, Gaglione against Allentown, he gave up 8 runs. Just 2 of them were earned. I mean, you can't. A good team as good as Allentown, you can't give up 6 unearned runs. That's not going to cut it.
Count a ball and a strike. And the pitch to Bolognini. He's rocketed foul down the right field line.
He's right on that one.
Timing looks good. Maybe just a hair early that time from Bolognini. And you mentioned Nick Gaglione giving up those 8 runs, only 2 of them earned against Allentown. This is already his 4th appearance. Fish, we saw him a couple of weeks ago against Steinert out of the bullpen, where he went 1 2/3, or went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and that run was not earned as well.
Yeah, actually suffered the loss in that game.
That 1-2 is fisted into left field, and that's a leadoff single for Bryce Bolognini, so he continues to tear the cover off the ball here in the early going this season. He's now 5 for 9.
Well, that's what you do when you're on a tear. You know, you're usually using the whole field, and we saw Bolognini line one just foul down the right field line, and then that pitch he just went with it, went the other way, and went to left field. So, you know, when you're using that whole field, that's when usually when a batter's going good.
Another senior at the top of this Hamilton West order is the shortstop Tyrone Krupe, who steps in. He's got pretty good numbers against Nottingham in his career, 6 for 14 with 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored in 4 games for Krupe against these Northstars. Krupe's a speedster. If he's able to get on base, he could wreak havoc.
Well, that's traditionally a Hamilton West team. They like to wreak havoc on the bases, no matter who's the runner. There it goes.
He's squaring, runner goes. Nobody's covering second, and Austin Wright didn't even realize it. The throw goes right to his center fielder Luca Gaglione. And so, stolen base and E2. And just like that, Bolognini's 90 feet away with still nobody out.
You talk about an undeserved E2. I mean, Austin Wright, I guess you come up fire and you figure somebody's going to be covering, and they both just stood there. I think we saw that a little against Steiner, too.
And Krupe rips that one into left field, a pair of singles, and some help from the Nottingham defense. Hamilton West off and running just like that. It's 1-0.
Krupe, nice easy swing.
Now batting the catcher,
Inside pitch, took it right to left field, and that sure look easy if you're Hamilton West.
And that's been the Achilles heel for Nottingham recently, is the errors. They've committed 20 in 5 games this season, including 13 in their last 2 alone. Runner goes, pitch is taken, throw from right is a nice one, but it's not in time.
Yeah, well, you know, and that's going to go down as an Austin Wright error, but that was actually a mental error. I mean, if you could give mental errors, it would have given a half each to shortstop and second base.
This is A.J. Zuccarello, who hit pretty well last season, 284, 9 doubles, hit 373 his sophomore year.
We know all about mental errors up here, don't we, buddy?
You're getting that one right. That's at least what we blame it on.
Yeah.
They're mental.
Yeah, they're mental. Purely mental.
I think that's called a coping mechanism.
Whatever works.
1-1, we'll have to wait, turn and throw. A nice job that time by Alonso to reach around the waist of Krupe and not let that one go wherever it wanted to.
Very windy day here again today, much like it was opening day against the Spartans. We got strong wind blowing from right to left center.
Mentioned Zuccarello's averages last 2 years. He's off to a 1-for-4 start, and he sends this one foul. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, the wind is whipping across this field, blowing from right to left. And I think anything in the air today could be an adventure, Fish.
Oh, absolutely. It's been like that the last few games I've seen. Strong winds.
1-2. Fly ball.
Speaking of which.
Out to center. Luca Gaglione going back on it. He makes the grab. Krupe will draw the throw, but he'll hold up at second. And there's one down for the cleanup man, Luke Radoslavich.
Well, that's a big out for Gaglione. You get that first out and don't let the runner advance from second to third with 1 out. Just keep him put.
Radoslavich is a 2-sport athlete. We'll see him on the hardwood during the winter time on a Hamilton West basketball squad that has been trying to improve their record the last couple of seasons. Now he digs in as the cleanup hitter here today. The first pitch he sees is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike 1.
Yeah, the last couple games, we did the Steiner Lawrence game the other day, and that wind was wreaking havoc with balls in the air, too. We're on the high plains here in Hamilton.
0-1 pitch is rolled towards third, scooped on a couple of hops by Ethan Miller, and his throw across the diamond just in time. Good base running by Krupe. He'll advance up to third. But now 2 are gone for the second baseman, Danny Vergara.
Yeah, that was good base running by Krupe. I mean, even though there's 2 outs, that gives you a chance to score on a strange play, maybe an infield hit or pass ball, something like that. And every little thing matters in baseball, I mean, I know you know that.
For the listeners who this may be their first time.
Yeah.
Count a ball and no strikes on the 5-hole hitter Vergara.
If it is, we welcome you to the world of baseball.
I'm glad you can join us. Yes. And that fastball's taken inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Fish, we've done a lot of talking about this Hamilton West offense so far, so I'll let everybody know that last season they were actually scoring over 6 runs a game, which was first in the CVC Valley Division, third in the conference overall behind just Heightstown and Lawrence, who were the 2 division leaders. Hamilton West actually finishing tied with Heightstown atop the Valley Division. But an offense that really put it into gear last season, and so far through the first 2 games still trying to figure themselves out.
Yeah, that's why I don't think that Coach Jerry Gomez is too worried about it. I mean, he knows these guys will start hitting.
That one's outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, they did lose some thump from their lineup last season, graduating all CVC second-team members Derek Anson and Peter Lanos, as well as honorable mention Simeon McDaniel from that lineup, as Vergara just gets a piece of that one to stay alive in a 3-2 count. Graduated 10 seniors overall last year. Their star pitcher, A.J. Maddalena, who was first-team All-CVC. In fact, they graduated 5 of their top 6 pitchers in terms of innings pitched from last season. So it's a very new-look Hamilton West rotation this year. And that's ball 4 outside. Vergara draws a free pass, and there are runners on the corners now for Joaquin Gutierrez.
That was a good at-bat by Vergara.
Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Joaquin Gutierrez.
Gutierrez playing right field today. He's that lone holdover from the Hamilton West rotation last season. He's getting more of an offensive role this season. He's been used pretty much exclusively on the mound his first 3 years. Now senior season for Gutierrez, he's getting a chance to swing the bat. And he's swinging here, and he rolls it up the middle. Scooped by Alonso. His throw to first is wide. Gutierrez beats it out. Another run scores, and it's 2-0. So Gutierrez gets a chance to swing the bat, and he's wasting no time.
Wasn't there 2 outs? Yeah, the fly ball. Zuccarelli fly. What do you have?
Yeah, there's 2 outs. Another run just scored there.
Wait, they didn't get the force at second?
No, he beat the runner into second.
He missed the 4. Oh, my bad.
It's a mental error.
Okay. So what are you giving there?
I think it's got to be a single.
Single? Okay.
Yeah, Vergara was off on the pitch, so he was able to beat it into second. And I think Alonso maybe wasn't expecting to have to throw to first at that time. 1-0 pitch here is taken for a strike to the 7-hitter, Caleb Avasso. Another one of these younger Hamilton West Hornets at the bottom of this lineup. Avasso, a junior, this being his first season at the varsity level. And he lines that one foul to the backstop. It's 1-2.
Well, and there's where, Gaglione hasn't given up a lot of walks, but he walks a guy here, and that kind of ends up hurting him because, you could have just made that if well, I don't know. We don't know what would happen if he didn't walk. He might have still gone on, so. Either way, it helps set up another run.
And waving a foul ball. Man, Avasso doing everything he can to just get a piece of that one. And he stays alive. The count remains a ball and 2 strikes.
Been a tough first inning for Gaglione.
Looking to escape it right here, and he delivers one in the dirt, so the count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hamilton West last season took down Nottingham at home, 7-1 final. They've won 7 of their last 9 against the Northstars going back to 2018. Looking to keep that streak going and off to a good start so far, but a wave and a miss that time from Avasso. So Nick Gaglione limits the damage. 2 runs do score on 3 hits, and 2 are left. It's Hamilton West 2, Nottingham coming up right after this.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. We go to the bottom of the first here from Nottingham. Hamilton West on top 2-0, and now their ace, Bryce Bolognini, goes to the mound. And we'll take a look at the lineup that he will face this afternoon. Leading it off will be the center fielder, Luca Gaglione, followed by shortstop Alex Alonso and the catcher, Austin Wright. Pitcher Nick Gaglione bats 4th. Third baseman Ethan Miller hits 5th, and the first baseman Nolan Farr bats 6th. The bottom 3 in Charlie Iacono's lineup is the DH Joey Septak, left fielder Luke Formica, and the second baseman is Braden Elnagar. And they're taking on a powerful left-hander, Bolognini, as he delivers a heat-seeking fastball inside to Gaglione, and it's a ball and no strikes.
Looked like Gaglione was showing bunt there, didn't it?
Yeah, and he had to twirl his way out of the way.
Yeah, it's a bit of a twirl.
1-0 pitch is up and in for ball 2. Bolognini certainly possesses a powerful left arm, and he showcased it back on opening day against Ewing to the tune of 13 strikeouts in 5 perfect innings.
Yeah, that's you're not getting much better than that.
It's a 5-inning perfect game as Hamilton West ruled the Blue Devils 10-0 in that one. And if you can believe it, Fish, this is the 4th season, of course, for Bolognini at the varsity level. First time he's facing Nottingham.
Yeah.
And it's a leadoff walk
to
begin the bottom of the first to Luca Gaglione, so he's aboard. And now here comes the dangerous 2 and 3 hole hitters. It'll be Alex Alonso first, hitting .429 through his first 5 games. He's 6 for 14 already with 6 runs driven in, which is tied for the team lead.
Yeah, well, I mean, Luca Gaglione's been struggling a little bit. The last thing you want to do is give him
It's bunted right back to Bolognini. His only play is to first, so the sacrifice is successful. Perhaps a little surprising that you have your 2-hole hitter that's hitting .429 squaring around.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that because I was just getting ready to say, you know, you got these guys coming up that can, you know, that can stroke the ball. You really don't want to put that leadoff runner on.
Well, now it's Austin Wright, who, as a sophomore, is perhaps the early season leading candidate for CVC Player of the Year. 11 for 15 on the young season. That's a cool .733. And he takes the first pitch fastball in the outside corner. It's no balls and 1 strike. And on top of that, Fish, it's not just 11 singles. I mean, out of those 11 hits, 5 are for extra bases.
Yeah, his slug is over 1,100.
And he drives this one in the air to center. Radoslavich going back on it. He'll put it away. Tagging and advancing to third is Gaglione. So Wright puts a charge into it. Easy play for Radoslavich, and now 2 are gone. And here comes the pitcher, Nick Gaglione.
Well, one thing for Bolognini, he took the pressure off of having a perfect season with that opening walk.
And now it's just a season that he's looking to go no hit all the way through.
Yeah, exactly.
Think he can do it?
I was willing to say no.
Nick Gaglione digs in and takes a fastball up and away for ball one. Gaglione, he's hitting 4 of his first 5 to begin the season. The only game he didn't get a hit in is the game that nobody on Nottingham got a hit, as they got no hit against Allentown last week.
Yeah, Allentown's looking good.
1-0 pitch is a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. Yeah, Gaglione off to a much better start this season, 5 for 14, after it was really a struggle for him last year, just 7 for 58. And part of that is he's just being more patient at the plate. He's already drawn 3 walks through the first 5 games. He only walked 7 times all of last year.
Yeah, last year his brother was the one having a big freshman year, and Nick scuffled. Now it's been reversed so far.
Count 2 balls and 1 strike on Gaglione, and it's another fastball. What else is new from Bolognini? 3 balls and 1 strike. And Nottingham coming off of a 12-8 win against Heightstown on Saturday. Their offense exploded. 4 different players had multiple hits. Nick Gaglione 2 for 3, 2 RBIs in that one, and he gets a piece, and it's 3-2.
Gaglione thought he had a pitch to hit there. He's a little frustrated.
This has been a high-scoring CVC Colonial Division so far, Fish. I mean, Nottingham, they're averaging over 7.5 runs per game, and they're middle of the pack.
Yeah.
4th out of 8 teams.
Yeah, right.
3-2 from Bolognini. Fastball on the outside corner. It's a called strike 3. He strands the runner over at third, puts up a shutdown inning in the first. His bats go back to work. 2-0 Hamilton West. We go to the second on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. To learn more, visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. And today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packs are on sale now for the 2026 season. We go to the second inning from the Galaxy. Hamilton West out to an early 2-0 lead. They sent 7 men to the plate in that first inning. 4 of them reached, 3 of them singles. So this Hamilton West offense that has their on top 2-0 continues to hit a bunch of singles, Fish.
Yeah.
What is that now? 14, all 14 of their hits.
Yeah, all singles. But if you can parlay them into runs, and nobody's going to complain.
Well, leading it off in the second is going to be Noah Lesperance. 1 for 6 to begin the year for the sophomore.
Leading off for Hamilton.
Not a whole lot of guys with in-between experience on this Hamilton West squad. Either this is your first season on varsity or you've been here all 4 years. And for Lesperance, this is his first real opportunity here at the varsity level. He only hit in 2 games last year, did pitch in 3 in late May, and in fact, he did get to see an appearance in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals, where Hamilton West season came to an end against the Lawrence Cardinals. Gaglione looking to settle on down now out there on the bump. And his 1-1 pitch is taken outside. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Settle on down. What are you, from Oklahoma? You got to settle on down there, boy.
Throwing some country vibes into the first couple innings here. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
text
I could
her.
say he's trying to get back on the horse.
No, you can't.
2-2 pitch. Inside for ball 3.
Well, I tell you what, he's throwing a lot. He's running some deep counts here.
Full count offering is off the plate away, ball 4. So some close pitches that time from Gaglione, but can't find the corner, and it's another leadoff walk.
Yeah, that's the first
Now
one
batting
he's
the left
allowed.
fielder, number 4, Chris Lockington.
Here comes Chris Lockington, the sophomore.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch the base runner here.
Lockington squaring around, and he pulls it back and takes low.
Yeah, sometimes with West, they'll bunt over right away. Sometimes they'll give a guy a chance to steal and then try to bunt him to third, get there with 1 out.
Yeah, and you got to expect that trend's going to continue today. Whenever they get a runner on first, less than 2 outs,
That's how
next guy's going to be squaring.
Well, Mike Mercerville was the coach. I mean, it was.
It's bunted right back to the mound. Gaglione goes to second. And a nice play by Alonso to hang on to the bag. So they get the lead runner. And now 1 down, and the lineup will turn over for Bryce Bolognini.
Gaglione did a good job of getting off the mound quick, and then he almost hurt himself with that throw. But got it. And like you said, Alonso made a nice play. A little bit of a stretch, a la a first baseman.
Charlie Iacono's going out and having a word with the base umpire.
Charlie want the runner to be safe?
I can't imagine.
Yeah. The bizarro world baseball.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe he didn't like the slide from L'Esperance because Alonso kind of stumbled a bit, wondering if maybe he wanted to try to get the double play at first. And perhaps just a, hey, look out kind of thing. It's the only thing I can think of as to why he would go out there.
I like when you try to get into the minds of other people.
I think my success rate is holding strong at 0.0%.
Well, I'll ask Charlie after the game. If I remember, which I probably won't.
Got late time called by the home plate umpire, and he's saying something to that Nottingham dugout.
Oh, yeah. He's not happy. I'm not sure who that is. Know who that is, Vince?
Umpire?
Yeah. Yeah, we get some unfamiliar umpires in these day games because some of the regular crews working and stuff or doing later games.
Well, whoever it is, clearly has had enough
he was
of what Charlie Iacono and the rest of his coaching staff has been saying, I guess. Kind of ball and no strikes on Bolognini, who sends one in the air, short right field to the second baseman, El Nagar. Is going to drift in onto the infield dirt and put it away. Well, anything in the air, it's an adventure, and the wind brought that ball about 10 to 15 feet from where El Nagar originally thought that he was going to have to make that grab.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, on our usual day, you get a guy to pop up, and you're like, okay, there's an out. Today, forget about it. You're going to be on pins and needles till it lands in the glove.
This is Tyrone Krupe now, who singled, came around to score last inning. And he sees a first pitch slider low and away. 1 ball and no strikes, the count on Krupe. He's already stolen a base now in each of his first 3 games this season. Career .305 hitter. And he takes up and in, 2-0.
I'd be shocked if he doesn't go.
Lockington is the runner over there at first. Krupe ahead in the count of the dish. Runner does not go. Pitch is hit foul.
He might have been holding on till Gaglione threw a strike, but I don't know. He's not getting really too big of a lead.
Yeah, he's maybe 7-8 feet
Yeah.
off the bag over there at first. He stays put, and the pitch is inside 3-0, or 3-1 rather. Gaglione's got to dial in his location right now.
Yeah, he does.
He's already walked 2, and his pitch count is getting up there. He's got the full 110 at his disposal today. The 3-1 fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, we know he's going now.
Gaglione looking to strand another runner, get out of this inning, and throw up his first 0 of the day. And he won't do it right here as that's ripped into the gap into left center field. Lockington was off on the pitch, so he's going to come around to score easily. Krupe's going to have himself an RBI double, and the lead is 3-0 for Hamilton West.
Well, and you know what? That's what happens. You get that full count. It gives that runner an automatic jump, and you know that's the whole reason he scored that run. He was off and running from first base with the pitch, and that was enough to score him easily.
And how about the patient approach from Hamilton West through the first now inning and 2/3? They're not chasing, because we talk about Gaglione's location. It's not like he's been way off. It's not like he's throwing anything to the backstop, but Hamilton West is just waiting on their pitch, and when they're getting it, they're not missing it. And that is the first extra base hit, by the way, for Hamilton West in 15 hits this season. Took the words right out of your mouth.
You did. So I'll just sit here.
The 0-1 to Zuccarello is cut on and missed, 0-2. That's all you got to do, Fish. Just sit there and look pretty.
All right. Well, I can sit here. I don't know about looking pretty. But, no, we talked earlier about the little things, and, you know, that's a little thing. A 3-2 two-out pitch, and you get a break on the pitch, and boom, you're coming home from first base.
Yeah, it's what can make a team like Hamilton West very tough to play against. I mean, you do all the small things right, and against a team like Nottingham, it's been making a lot of mistakes. There's no way to sugarcoat it here at the beginning of this season, and it's a real major advantage. 1-2 to Zuccarello is down low. Yeah, because meanwhile, Hamilton West, I mean, they run the bases very well. They've only made 2 errors through their first 2 games this season, and that's something that Jerry Gomez talked about coming into the year. He wanted to see his team do the little things right, cut down on the mistakes. And so far, that's what's happening, and they're getting good results. Not a good result there, however, for Hamilton West as Zuccarello goes down swinging. 1 run does score. A man left for Hamilton West. They hold a 3-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second here on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Chris's Auto Body hopes you're enjoying today's game. They're a short 20-minute drive from Hamilton Township, right across the bridge in Fairless Hills. Chris's Auto Body is family-owned and operated by Hamiltonians and have been in business for over 60 years. 3 locations, Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, also in Lambertville and in New Hope. Chris's Auto Body hopes you enjoy today's game. Now open in Hamilton is DiLorenzo's The Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, 3rd-generation pie maker. He's bringing his iconic Trenton tomato pies back to Hamilton. Try their tomato pies, including their mustard pie or clam pie. Fresh salads like their famous antipasta salad, along with homemade soups and sandwiches, and more. A great place to go on a beautiful afternoon like today. A little bit windy.
Little.
But you can't really complain about it unless you're me and your reads go flying while you're trying to read them.
No, it's a lot windy, and you can complain about it.
Well, if I've got the green light from you, our listeners might get very tired of it.
Well,
of hearing the complaints.
See, you're young and enthusiastic and effervescent, and I'm old and cranky, so I'm allowed to complain, and I am giving you the right to complain with me. I'm letting you hit your wagon to my whatever, however that saying goes.
I've never once heard that saying. So maybe you just made it up and it can go however you so please, Fish, as the count is 2 balls and no strikes on the 3rd baseman, Ethan Miller. And that's a fastball that's ripped into left center field. Gets it over the leaping Tyrone Krupe, and Ethan Miller has the first hit of the day for Nottingham and the first hit for anybody this season against Bryce Bolognini.
Yeah.
Batting the first baseman, number 27, Nolan Farr.
Well, there goes that no-hit season.
And now the leadoff man has been aboard in all 4 half innings. Hamilton West has certainly taken advantage, and now Nottingham looking to follow suit. Farr was squaring around. Miller was about 2 feet off the bag, so he's back in easily.
And Nolan Farr showing bunt. It's interesting. Charlie kind of likes a bunt even when he's down a couple runs. I guess he figures he's got time to chip away at this lead.
That's not a bad one. Charging in on it is a Vaso, and he can't make the tag, and everybody's safe.
Oh.
How about a bunt hit for Nolan Farr? Some surprising speed out of the first baseman.
Close to going out of the baseline,
Now batting the
but
designated
he
hitter,
did
number
not.
18, Joey Septak.
Jared Gomez isn't arguing.
It's the third hit of the year for Farr, who's now 3 for 15, so he'll take them any way he can get them. And so now digging in will be Joey Septak, who's off to a nice start. 6 for 17, providing some length to this Nottingham order. He squares, pushes it to third, fielded by L'Esperance. And the sacrifice is successful. Both runners advance, and now 2 in scoring position for the North Stars. Only 1 down, and here comes Luke Formica.
Yeah, good job there by Septak, because nobody was covering. They didn't put the wheel play on, so nobody was covering third. All he had to do was make the third baseman field it, which is what he did.
Luke Formica this season, 2 for 8 to start the year, which, if you compare it to last season, a much better mark when he went just 2 for 32 the entire season. And a chance to get Nottingham on the board against Bryce Bolognini, who fires in a first pitch fastball on its 0-1. Formica's been getting on base a lot, Fish, and he's been doing it the hard way. He's already been hit by a pitch 5 times this season, which leads to a .625 on base percentage.
Yeah, and a
lot of bruises.
Yeah, a lot of trips to a hot bath after the game.
Count a ball and a strike. It's not like Formica's standing like overly close to the plate. He's close to that white line, but he's not right on it. And he cuts and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And so now Bolognini a chance for a big strikeout.
Yeah, Bolognini humped up on that one.
I don't think he's thrown a breaking ball yet. And so far he hasn't needed to. Looking for punch out number 2, and he gets it. Fastball on the inside corner. More paint from the left-hander, and 2 are gone.
You could barely see that ball. That came zipping
Now
in.
batting second baseman, number 21.
These are the days where we wish we had radar guns, because Bolognini, we can assume he's thrown in the 90s with just how fast it looks, but it'd be nice to know the exact numbers. Braden Elnagar, he gets in there and he says, you know what? The heck with this. I'm swinging away, and he fouls it off.
Yep. That's it. Take my chances.
And hey, we hope that foul ball doesn't hit a car, but if it does, your car gets dinged up from broken windshields, dents, or major auto body repairs, you can head to Chris's Auto Body. 3 convenient locations, including 212 Lincoln Highway, Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills.
Well, now you are having a really nice freshman campaign so far. Following in the footsteps of Luca Gaglione and Austin Wright last year as freshmen.
Yeah, he's hitting 4 or 5 to begin the year as well. He had his first multi-hit game on Saturday, drove in 2 runs in that 12-8 win over Heightstown. Looking to drive in some runs right here, and that one was up above his head, and it's 2 balls and a strike. This doesn't look like the North Stars are having very comfortable at bats against Bolognini. A lot of backing out of the way.
I'm uncomfortable sitting up here.
But we've got a netting and some glass and Brienne to protect us. Well, that one's on the ground to third. Up with it is L'Esperance, and the inning is over. Nottingham gets 2 in scoring position with only 1 out, but they leave them both stranded on the base paths. We go to the third. Hamilton West 3, North Stars nothing here on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office is proud to partner with the Hamilton Police and the Mercer County Police Chiefs Association to bring you Autism Awareness Day. Join us Saturday, April 11th at the Hamilton Township Police Department on Whitehorse, Mercerville Road from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and help raise awareness to make the world a better place. Find out more about our programs and services at mercercountyprosecutor.com.
Bringing off the Hornets, the center fielder, number 20, Luke Radoslovich.
Hamilton West on top 3-0. We go to the third. Nick Gaglione back out on the bump for Nottingham, facing 4, 5, and 6 in this Hamilton West order. And the first pitch to the sophomore Luke Radoslovich is cut on and missed. It's no balls and a strike.
Yeah, Nick's he's got to bear down. He's got to keep this score right where it's at now and give Nottingham a chance to get back in this thing. And if you're Hamilton, you'd just love to keep tacking on.
He's already given up 4 hits, 3 runs, and has walked 2 and has run some very deep counts as well. A lot of 3-ball counts today from Gaglione.
Yeah.
He gets ahead right here. It's 1-2 now on Radoslovich. Radoslovich, he grounded out to third base back in the first, and he takes just high. They'll appeal and no swing. Radoslovich last season as a freshman hit .238. His 11 career hits, all singles, which has seemingly been the trend for Hamilton West. And that one's just below the knees. Man, Gaglione was hopping up and down on the mound. He wanted that. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and here again, another full count when he was ahead 1-2. You're not going to get it done.
High fly ball, shallow center. Gaglione jogs in a few steps and makes the grab.
They got it done there.
Nick Gaglione forces the fly out to his brother, and 1 is down now here in the third, and here comes the second baseman, Danny Vergara.
And by the way, how about the job that Bolognini did in that bottom of the second?
Vergara.
Second and third, 1 out. He just reared back, got a strikeout, and then a ground out to end it, get himself out of trouble.
Yeah, when you're presumably throwing low to mid-90s, it's got to be a pretty comforting feeling that you can just go to that in your tank when you've got some stress on the base paths. Count of ball and no strikes now on Vergara, who walked back in the first. And he takes a slider down and away, 2-0. So, again, Gaglione falling behind. He'll have to bear down to get back in this count, I guess, instead of lock it on down that Fish was trying to poke fun at me for saying last inning.
Yes.
Not appreciating the country twang that I've tried to add to this broadcast.
No, at least you're a Northeast guy, pal. You're stuck with it.
3-0 pitch, up and in, ball 4. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Vergara, who's now been aboard twice. And now it'll be Joaquin Gutierrez digging in.
Yeah, Vergara, 2 walks.
Now batting the right fielder, number 6.
That's not like a sexy line, but hey, it's just as good as 2 singles. Gutierrez got infield single last time on that odd play, I guess, out at second base, right? Was that him?
Yeah, got the infield single and ended up driving in a run as well.
Yeah, when they missed second.
Yeah, what happened there at the end of the first inning was Vergara was off on a pitch, so he was stealing. There was a ground ball hit out to short that Alonso thought he could have just gone to second. By the time he realized that he couldn't just take it to the bag, had to make a tough throw over to first. This is a high chopper to Ethan Miller at third, and the ball is dropped by Elnagar. They're going to say on the transfer, though.
Okay.
So they get the force at second.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
it all happened so fast, and a nice job by the base umpire to be right on top of that.
Now batting the first baseman, number 15, Caleb.
Yeah, and as I told you off the air, I was already writing down FC6 on my book, and I look up and saw him throwing the first. I'm like, wait, he already got the out. Why is he throwing the first? Well, he did not get the out.
And a good slider that time to Avasso draws the swing and a miss. No balls and a strike.
Never read anything in the book until it's actually in the book, right?
Wise words from our Mercer County Hall of Famer.
Yes, they call me the sage.
0-1. That one drops in, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. I mean, Fish, whenever I see you, I get calmed down very easily. So you're my sage.
Okay, very good. Very good, Grasshopper.
I know you have cool nicknames for everybody on the WBCB staff, and
No, not really.
well, Brian's the point guard. I know Chris Irmer's the Pilgrim. I kind of hope that I'm not the Grasshopper.
No, that one, no, that's too clumsy.
0-2 is low. The throw down to second, and again, nobody's there. It leaks into center field, and it's a stolen base for Gutierrez. You can't really blame Austin Wright. He's doing everything right. He's getting up, he's firing to second, and he's firing it down to nobody.
Yeah, he's putting it right on the bag.
And Elnagar and Alonso are kind of, you could see them kind of talking it out as they went back to their respective positions, just saying, hey, who's going to be covering on the next one?
Yeah, now Elnagar, again, he's a freshman, so that, there might be some communication issues or a little confusion there. That's definitely something that they got to clean up.
2-2 from Gaglione. Swing and a miss. He got him. So he's ended all 3 innings with a punch out. And he throws up his first 0 into the line score. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Hamilton West 3, Nottingham nothing, looking to get on the board when we come back.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everybody to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or an pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. You can learn more about their information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility by visiting hamiltonnj.com/health. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bryce Bolognini back out on the mound for Hamilton West. Worked a clean first inning, danced out of trouble in the 2nd, and now gets rewarded with the top of this Nottingham order in the 3rd. Luca Gaglione will lead it off. He'll be followed by Alex Alonso and Austin Wright. So 2nd time through now for Nottingham. They've seen the high heat out of the left hand of Bolognini, and we'll see how they make their adjustments.
Let's see how pumped up Bolognini gets from scrambling out of that situation in the 2nd. See if that kind of fires him up, or see what it does to Nottingham too.
Slow roller out to 2nd. Charging is Vergara. Scoops it up. Fires to 1st. And the ball is dropped and then kicked into right field. Gaglione's going to take a big turn around 2nd, but he'll hold up there. And so Nottingham, for the 3rd consecutive inning, has their leadoff man aboard with a little bit of help from the Hamilton West defense.
Now batting,
I guess
number 13,
A
Alex
single
What'd you give
E3?
there, Vince?
Single E4.
Single E4.
Single
okay.
E4, as our official scorer says up here in the booth. And not a guy you want to be making errors in front of, because here comes Alex Alonso, who sacrificed his first time up, and he's going to be allowed to swing away, I would believe. Now with the runner already in scoring position and nobody out.
Yeah, I would think.
First pitch is a fastball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Yeah, Alonso last season hit just .222, and he's almost double that through the first 5 games and change now here in 2026. Went deep against Princeton Day back on March 31st in a big 15-3 win. Alonso last season against Hamilton West 0-3.
At the very least, Alonso wants to get this runner to third base. That's at the very least.
1-1, way outside. Bolognini hasn't quite been pinpoint. He's only struck out 2 so far. He struck out 13 of the 15 that he faced his first appearance this season.
Yeah, well, you're facing a tougher lineup this time around, that's for sure.
And that one's popped up, foul territory. Avasa will give it a look, but it's back out of play.
Into all the blankets and heavy coats over there for the people that braved this weather to come out and watch their kids play.
I think we've got to invest in some of that. We've got the heavy coats on, but we should do our next game just with a blanket over top of us. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs 3-2. We'll have an opportunity to do it on Thursday, Fish. We'll be outside at Lawrence.
Oh, jeez. Why don't we do that?
You want to supply the blanket or you want me to?
I'll supply it. This way, when I don't bring it, we don't have to do it.
Makes it easier on me. And that way, when I get cold, I can blame you.
Yeah, exactly.
Full count to Alex Alonso. And the pitch drops in there for a called strike. That's almost not fair.
Yeah,
and Bolognini's been throwing exclusively fastballs, and then he drops in a breaking ball, and it freezes Alonso.
I was just going to say, he's waiting for that right time to pull the string on one and catch him off guard, and that was the perfect time to do it. And, yeah, probably got Alonso a little surprised on that one.
And he delivers a first pitch breaking ball to Wright, and it misses. It's a ball and no strikes. Austin Wright flew out to straightaway center field his last time up. His batting average drops into the 600s as a result, so he's struggling.
This is a kid that could set records by the time he's done here. Had a great freshman year. Not only good hitter, good pitcher as well.
He has 3 or more hits in 3 of his first 5 games, and he's driven in a run in all 5. And he falls behind now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And it's nice to have a catcher that is also a pitcher because he understands the pitcher's mentality and what's going on.
Well, now he's got that breaking ball to deal with in the back of his mind on top of 95 that could be coming from Bolognini right here. 1-2 pitch. Wrapped on the ground towards third and under the glove of L'Esperance into left field. Gaglione gets the wave. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Wright takes second on the throw. And Nottingham is on the board, and that is 6 straight games to begin the year with an RBI for Austin Wright.
Well, no, he won't get an RBI on that. That's an E5 all the way. So, you know, even if he makes the play, the best they're going to do is go to third.
Now batting the pitcher, number 15.
So, sorry.
You're more of a cruel official scorer as than I.
Well, I talked it over with Vince Capone here, and we both agreed it was an E5. I mean, if he was on third and it was an E5, you might give him the you would give him the RBI because there's no guarantee that he's going to throw him out at home. You know, it'd have to be a tag play. But when he's just on second, you know, if the play goes as it should, it's a throw to first and the guy makes it third. I'm just explaining the situation here, why not an RBI.
The count's now 1 ball and no strikes on Nick Gaglione.
And even the Nottingham official scorer is not giving an RBI, so there you go.
That one's in there for a called strike. I thought nowadays everything's a hit, though. Not here in Nottingham.
We're trying to keep things under control.
1-1. Hit foul 1 and 2.
Either way, it's a run for Nottingham and gets them back in the game. And that's a tough break for Bolognini. He looked like he was on the verge of perhaps pitching out of another situation. Now he's still got a guy on second. 1 out.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 4 strikeouts now for Bolognini. That was the first one that he got swinging. And now 2 outs, and the batter will be Ethan Miller.
Now batting the third baseman, number 1, Ethan Miller.
Miller collected a hit back in the second inning, and that one squirts away from the catcher, and taking third base is Austin Wright. A.J. Zuccarello behind home plate couldn't smother it. And so runner over at third now. The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Miller. Picked up just his second hit of the season back in the second inning. So now 2 for 14 to begin the year. A chance to draw Nottingham closer.
Yeah, and then Nottingham, they're not tearing the cover off the ball here, but they're on the verge of scoring a couple ugly runs if they can get this runner home.
That one's over for a called strike. So painting the inside corner that time was Bolognini, and it's 2-1. And popped foul, 2-2. You can believe it, Fish. This is the first home game for Nottingham against Hamilton West since 2023. Nottingham won that game 8-7. That was Luke Formica's debut. He's the lone holdover from that Nottingham team.
Okay.
Who's still on the squad.
Well, I'm sure he could tell us tales about that game.
2-2 pitch. Again, hit foul. It must have been exciting. I mean, 8-7 in 8 innings. It was a walk-off for Nottingham.
Yeah.
I thought a Mercer County Hall of Famer like you would remember that game because, of course, you know everything about every sport that ever goes on here in this great county.
I don't think I was at that one. I probably would have remembered because I would have been complaining that it was taking too long.
That one's outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah. Fish does not like it when games go past the 7-inning mark. For those of you who are new to WBCB.
Well, if they're quick, if they're still like 2-hour games, 2:10, something like that. So there's 3-hour games that start to get to you. And Bolognini, he's running a few full counts here. That is not what you want to do.
Full count pitch. Breaking ball. Down and away, ball 4. And so the tying run is aboard now for Nolan Farr. It's a second walk of the game issued by Bolognini. And the first since the first batter that he faced.
And again, this
27, Nolan Farr.
This is an ugly inning. You've had 2 errors that led to a run here. And now you have first and third. Nottingham still only 1 hit in the inning.
And that one's foul back to the netting, so it's 0-1. That Nottingham dugout sure trying to get their offense fired up as they try to get a little closer. Perhaps trying to rattle Bolognini a little bit more, who's allowed his first run of the season here this inning. Runner goes. The throw goes to third. Not a bad decision that time by Zuccarello, but maybe caught Lesperance a little by surprise over there at third base.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Try to fake him out. And I don't even think he faked the throw to second, though. I think he just whipped it down to third.
Well, it's an 0-2 count now on Nolan Farr as Bolognini looks to strand 2 more in scoring position. And he does. Nasty breaking pitch. He picks up his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. Does give up a run, but leaves 2 more out there in scoring position. We'll go to the 4th. Hamilton West 3, Nottingham 1 here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Noah Lesperance leads it off here on the top of the 4th for the Hornets. And he waves and misses at a first pitch breaking ball. It's 0-1. Hamilton West on top 3-1 through the first 3 innings. And Nick Gaglione looking to keep it that way right here. He's ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Haven't said that a whole lot today, Fish.
No, but now you got to finish the deal if you're Gaglione. You can't, go throw a couple balls and run another full count. He's got to feel a little re-energized, getting a run back now, realizing, hey, look, if I keep it where it's at, my team can still help me out.
1-2. He went around. And that'll be the 4th strikeout of the day for Lesperance. And the first strikeout of the day, I should say, for Gaglione. And it's his first strikeout that did not come at the end of an inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 4, Chris Lockington.
And now the batter will be the 9-hole hitter, Chris Lockington, who reached on a fielder's choice bunt his last time up and came all the way around to score. Lockington still looking for that first career hit at the varsity level. A wave and a miss that time, 0-2. Just looked overmatched with that fastball.
And maybe Gaglione's getting into a little bit of a groove here. We'll have to see.
0-2 is taken high.
How about you go back to the top of this inning, and it looks like
that's right down the middle and a called strike 3. So that's 3 Ks in a row now for Nick Gaglione. And quickly 2 are gone in the 4th. And the batter will be the leadoff man, Bryce Bolognini.
Hey, we had noted how Bolognini was going mostly with the heat, but he got 2 big strikeouts on curveballs with runners on second and third. So it's nice to have that in your back pocket that you can throw for a strike, when you have to.
He's got a chance to help his own cause here at the dish. And he takes on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Just got underneath it last time, did Bolognini. A pop out to the second baseman.
And if you're Gaglione, you love to get a clean inning here. 1, 2, 3. Preserve some pitches.
1-1 is upstairs. It's 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, the pitch count is certainly running up there for Gaglione. Trying to work his first 1, 2, 3 inning of the day. And he's behind in the count now, 3 balls and a strike.
Returning to old habits.
And Fish Bolognini, he also made his high school debut back on that game on April 3rd, 2023, which we have learned that game was actually at DeMayo, which means that these two teams haven't played here since at least 2021, as Bolognini draws a 5-pitch walk, and so no 1-2-3 inning yet for Gaglione.
Nope.
Now,
And now you got to deal with a guy that's got 2 hits.
Krupe doubled homer on his last time up. He's halfway to the cycle. He's got the 2 easy ones out of the way.
Yeah.
Bolognini went and then stopped. And the pitch is taken for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, I'll tell you get it in that wind. It's not unthinkable to triple or homer.
Throw over to first. Bolognini back in easily. We saw it last time we were here with the Marco Giambrone of Steinert sending one out to straightaway center out into no man's land, and he got the wave and hit a 3-run inside the Parker. Runner goes, got a great jump. Throw down to second is wide of the bag. And so Bolognini has himself his second stolen base.
Yeah, he wasn't getting them. Even a good throw wouldn't have gotten him there, I don't think.
So it's another no-ball, 2-strike count now for Gaglione. This is where he's had some trouble. He has struck out 5, but it seems like a lot of 2-strike hits for Hamilton West as well. Bolognini's off for third. Pitch is grounded into left field, just out of the reach of Alex Alonso. That's how you manufacture a run. The ball is bobbled in left, and Krupe's going to take second as a result.
Boy, he had to reach out. I don't know. How did he pull that ball? Did you see how far he reached out to get to that? Or was I seeing things?
No, he had to reach really into the left-handed batter's box, and then as a result of Alonso, I guess, tailing behind Bolognini over there at second base, trying to keep him close, he wasn't able to get to it.
Now, what do we give there? A single and an E7 on the bobble?
It's going to be single E7, and that is an RBI.
Yes.
He's got 3 runs batted in, does Tyrone Krupe, and 3 hits.
Yes, he does.
And now this one gets away from Austin Wright, and so Krupe will go to third. And Gaglione, who was just cruising through this 4th inning, all of a sudden feeling the pressure. Already a run in, and now another guy over there at third.
Yeah, this is kind of the story of the day for Gaglione. He's just not able to close the deal, whether it's within an at-bat or now within an inning. He's just not getting the pitch he needs to get out of trouble. I mean, yeah, he looked really good first 2 hitters this inning.
1-1. That's inside. Zuccarello had to back out of the way of it, so it's 2 balls and a strike, the count. And it's a big run for Hamilton West, too. They get it right back after they allowed their first run of the game in the 3rd.
Yeah, you want that shutdown inning and not getting it. And I'm sure Zuccarello would love to make up for that strikeout the last inning. Bang in another run here.
Zuccarello just 1 for 6 to begin the year, and he's going to draw a free pass. So 3 in a row now have reached against Gaglione. That pitch count continues to climb, and so 2 are aboard now. Runners on the corners for Radoslovic.
Number 20, Luke Radoslovic.
Yeah, the courtesy runner going in there. That is
Courtesy
Ryan
runner,
Wheeler.
base, number 8, Ryan Wheeler.
Right on top of it, Fish. And I'm going to defer to you for that because you've stolen the lineup cards.
That's right.
You've claimed them for yourself. So whenever we get a courtesy runner, everybody, it's on Fish to let you know.
I didn't steal them. I was just covering them up so they didn't blow away.
That's the excuse that he uses.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is a good one. You would be able to get away with it if I didn't know your every move.
Yeah, I should have been an attorney.
Count no balls and 1 strike here on Radoslovic. Runners on the corners, 2 down and a run in. And they fake the throw to third, and then back in easily over there at first base is Wheeler.
What a day Tyler Krupe's having. I'll tell you, I'm still amazed at how he was able to pull that pitch.
He's making a great bid to be our De Lorenzo's the Berg Player of the Game. Get that $20 gift card to the new De Lorenzo's the Berg location at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton. 0-2 once again. And a ground ball towards third. It hits the bag, pops into the air, and everybody's going to be safe. Another run scores. That's the way it's going for Hamilton West right now.
Yeah, and that's the way it's going for Gaglione. 0-2 again. And ball just hits the bag. You know, there was really
Now batting the second baseman.
nothing at all that Miller could do. Just wait for the ball to come down.
And now it's Danny Vergara, the fifth man to come to the plate with 2 outs. Gaglione struck out the first 2 that he faced in this inning, and since then, walk, single, walk, and then a bad luck single over there at third. And that's up and in. It's 2 balls and no strikes, and gotta believe Gaglione getting a little frustrated out there.
I would think. That ball hitting the bag, I don't know. I'm not sure if Miller would have gotten to it if it had gone over the bag.
2-0 is sent towards right. First opportunity for Brennan Babkowski, and he can't get it. It kicks off of him and rolls away. 1 run scores. Here comes the second runner. He will cross. 4 runs with 2 outs, and it's gone from bad to worse now for Nottingham.
And Mr. Capone ruling out an E9, and yeah, he kind of misplayed it, and then he did get leather on it. So E9, 2 more unearned runs come around.
The mistakes continue to pile up for Nottingham, and now we'll see if Gaglione is done. And yeah, Charlie Iacono is going to make a move. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, we'll get a new pitcher for Nottingham. We'll have all the particulars when we come back here on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the...
A slew of defensive changes now for Nottingham. Luca Gaglione, he'll take over on the mound. So he moves from center field to pitcher. Nick Gaglione is now over at third. Ethan Miller at second. Braden Elnagar goes from second base out to left field. Luke Formica from left to center, and we thank Vince Capone for getting us all caught up on the defensive changes. This one's grounded towards third base. First opportunity for Gaglione over there, and he gets it across just in time.
Pretty
so
close.
Luke Gaglione comes in, throws 1 pitch, And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Hamilton West on top 7-1 here on WBCB.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorne.com.
Over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Hyundai Konas, Palisades, Tucson, Santa Fe's, Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. Nobody has the selection or special pricing that Hyundai of Trenton has. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business.
You know, it's funny. Usually you would say, Hamilton getting those 4 runs. It's now 7-1. You would say, well, now, Bryce Bolanini has a big lead. All he has to do is throw strikes, just go right at him. But that's what he's been doing. So he doesn't really have to change his approach. Just has to keep doing it and try to throw a few more strikes than he's been throwing. But
and he's facing the bottom of the lineup as he looks to put up a shutdown inning. The first pitch to Joey Septak is inside. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that was a frustrating inning for Nottingham. Ball off the bag and ball blowing around in right field. It sort of became an error.
Yeah, Nick Gaglione got the first 2 hitters on strikes.
Yeah.
And then a walk, a single, another walk, another single, then an error out there in right field. Allows 4 runs to come around to score, all with 2 outs, and it seemed like almost all the hits were with 2 strikes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, those walks, man, they will just kill you.
1-2 pitch. Slow tapper off the mound, Bolognini. Instead, it's the third baseman, Les Perance, and he throws high and out of play. Septak will get second.
I guess that's a single and an error. Yeah.
Single and an error, and now the leadoff man has reached base for Nottingham in all 4 innings. Only 1 has come around to score, however.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Luke Formica.
This has not been the cleanest of games. 5 errors now. That's April baseball. It's cold. Windy.
Formica bunts, and that one took an interesting hop. It started foul, kicked back fair onto the chalk line, and then must have hit a rock or something because it kicked back foul.
And you can be pretty certain Formica was bunting for a hit there. He wasn't trying to sacrifice. Not down 7-1.
And it's going back to that last point, Fish, about the weather. Players typically don't want to use that as an excuse, but
yeah,
it's been pretty cold here to start the season these first couple weeks, and with the wind howling today,
yep.
As Formica bunts it foul, it's 0-2.
I mean,
it's playing a factor for sure.
We've had a couple of 75-degree days dumped in there just to tease us, and then off they go, and now we're back to this.
Those 75-degree days, by the way, are always the days that we are off.
Oh, always. Yeah. One thing, though, I mean, this is still better than those kind of rainy, drizzly, cold days where the ball is a little wet and everything. At least it's dry. So, if you're going to look for a silver lining, I guess that's it.
Look at that. Rich Fisher providing the positivity to the weather here in Central Jersey to begin the year.
I'm turning over a new leaf, pal. I'm going to be optimistic Fish.
Optimistic fish. I like it. We'll see how long that continues.
Yeah.
Over under an inning and a half.
Yeah, I'm not real optimistic about that. Oh, jeez.
And there it goes.
That's done already.
It didn't even last a pitch, and that's a nasty one right there from Bolognini. Another strikeout looking on a breaking ball. For Amika down looking for the second time, and that's 6 strikeouts now for Bolognini. That'll bring up Braden Elnagar.
Well, I tried.
Did you?
No, the pressure got too much to me, so I had to give up right away.
Wasn't even close. Elnagar, a wave and a miss. It snowballs in 1 strike.
I've never handled pressure well.
Fish, we've been working together for 4 years, and I've always had strong belief in you and whatever you do.
Oh, what a guy.
It's becoming very tough, however, to keep that belief up after that performance that we all just witnessed. Count a ball and a strike. The pitch is hit on the ground to third. Lesperance has been busy, knocks this one down, and just keeps it in his pocket.
Yeah, that's smart. That's another error, though. That took a tough hop on him, I will say. It was in between hop.
Number 8, Luca Gaglione.
Well, my friend, I'm just going to have to work hard to get your trust back.
I'm not saying it's completely gone,
but it's
more just your warning.
It's withered away.
Like we're only 2 games into the season, me and you, and I know we're calling a lot more together over the next couple months. So
I'm put on notice.
Yeah, you're already on strike 2.
Jeez. Strike 2.
And this one is jabbed at by Gaglione, and it bounces foul, so it's 0-1.
Well, like these fine young athletes today, I'm going to have to work my way out of these 0-2 holes.
You went from having 1 strike over a 3-year period to now 2 in the course of 3.5 innings.
Life is sad. Well, let's see if Bolognini, let's see if he's not a little, I mean, he's got to dig down here after another error, puts runners on first and second. And 2 errors really in the inning.
If there is a such thing, it was a smart error over there by Lesperance. Just with a 6-run lead, don't force anything over to first.
No, exactly. And the other thing is you still have first and second now. So the double play is in order if you can get a ground ball.
Count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Luca Gaglione. Nottingham was with more traffic on the base paths, and that one's taken high. They want an appeal and no swing, says the base umpire. Gaglione so far today, he's reached base twice. A walk and a single came around to score. 2-2. Down and away, and a nice job by Gaglione to hold back.
I thought he might have tried to slip that curveball by him again with the 2-2 count. Now at 3-2, I don't know. You're really going to have confidence in it to throw at 3-2. Let's see if these guys take off. There's only 1 out, but see if they go on a 3-2 count.
It is inside, just off the plate for ball 4. Second walk of the day for Gaglione. He's been aboard all 3 times. And so Nottingham, after giving up 4 runs in the top half of this inning, they're threatening. They've got him loaded with 1 down, and the batter will be Alex Alonso.
Yeah, like you said, Bolognini really wanted that. He'd like to get that shutdown inning, especially with a 6-run lead. You want to just keep him, keep him from having hope. But
Alonso, first pitch swinging, and he's late.
Alonso wanted to get one up in that wind on that swing.
Still a lot of game left, and this lineup for Nottingham, especially this part of the order, has been so good. But Alonso now late on a pair of fastballs, and it's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, but we've seen this before.
Looking to chip away. Alex Alonso waves and misses. Bryce Bolognini makes quick work of the Nottingham 2-hole hitter. And they're loaded now with 2 down and still not out of trouble because here comes Austin Wright.
Yeah, but that was actually pretty impressive. I mean, the base is loaded, and he just said, all right, I'm just coming at you. Can you hit it?
Let's see if the game plan is the same now against Wright, who reached on an error last inning. And it's a breaking ball, and it drops in for a called strike. Austin Wright's just shaking his head. He just watched 3 straight fastballs go by Alonso, and he's thinking, I'm getting a first pitch heater for sure.
Yep.
Nope, slow stuff. 0-1. Man, it catches the outside corner, so Bolognini breaks one through the back door.
Yeah, he's telling Austin Wright, you're not getting a fastball, pal, unless he tries to sneak one by him now.
If you're Austin Wright, you got to be guessing at this point. 0-2, you've seen 2 breaking balls. Looking to drive in some runs. And that's way upstairs. Nice job by Zuccarello to not let it get by him.
Yeah, real nice job. He just saved a run there.
And Wright will call time. Bolognini's kind of just laughing at him. I think they're having a little friendly banter. Austin Wright and Bryce Bolognini. 1-2. Fly ball right field. Going back is Gutierrez. He dives. He can't get it. 2 runs will score. They're going to hold Gaglione up at third. Austin Wright wins the battle and drives in 2, and it's a 7-3 ball game.
Yeah, that ball was weird. I thought it would carry more toward left field. It seemed like it was couldn't have been going away from him, but had to try to dive at the last second. And yeah, Austin Wright again down 0-2 on the count.
That's a fantastic at bat from Wright too.
Absolutely.
Saw 2 breaking balls quickly behind 0-2, and he's able to just take a fastball, hit it where it's pitched. Line it to right field. Gutierrez, a little bit of trouble with the wind. That ball might have been knuckling on him, too. And so a pair of runs cross, and Nottingham not done. They get 2 runs right back, so it's 7-3 now. And 2 are in scoring position still for Nick Gaglione.
This could be the Mayo Field game of 23 all over again. What'd you say?
Please God, no.
Our official scorer not happy with that forecast. He was there that night. We weren't. Don't worry, Vince. We're not rooting for that either.
0-1 on Nick Gaglione. And that's way outside, 1-1. And you know Gaglione wants nothing more than to come through with a base hit, knock in a couple more here.
Sure.
Gave up 7 runs. Now, not all of them were earned. But an opportunity to get his team right back in this ballgame with 1 swing. It's 2 balls and 1 strike, and the home plate umpire never even moved out of his crouch that time. On a 2-1, Gaglione takes right down the chute. He's already struck out twice. I don't think he's seeing it too well from Bolognini.
See if he drops that curve in again.
He doesn't. It's a fastball high. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Fastball with a lot of movement, but
Gaglione still hasn't taken the bat off his shoulder this at bat. Looking to find his way aboard. The 3-2 pitch. There's the breaking ball. It drops in, and it's a called strike 3. Nottingham gets 2 runs back on the 2 RBI double from Austin Wright. They trail at 7-3 as we go to the 5th here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. WBCBSports.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packs are on sale now for the 2026 season. Off to the fifth we go here from the Galaxy. Hamilton West, they've been front running all the way through, on top 7-3. Luca Gaglione back out there on the mound. He wasted no time coming in out from center field last inning. One pitch got out of the inning, and so now we'll give you his stats for the season. Now up to 1 2/3 innings. He's given up 2 runs, 1 of them earned. He has walked 3, and Luca Gaglione still gunning for that first strikeout on the young season. He's got the bottom of this Hornet order to deal with. Caleb Avasso, Noah Lesperance, and Chris Lockington. The first pitch to Avasso, a wave and a miss, 0-1. And if you're Nottingham now, it is key to keep this deficit right where it is. You get 2 runs back. Down by 4, still with 3 times up at bat to go. The bottom of this Hamilton West order hasn't really done much damage to this point. 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts are the bottom 3.
It's a tough day. My page just ripped on my scorebook. Now I have to finesse it the rest of the game.
Well, this is your chance, I guess, to redeem yourself then.
How will that redeem myself?
If you're able to get through the last 3 innings with a ripped scorecard.
I would have figured the ripped scorecard was strike 3 and I'm out.
No, we can't blame you for the wind.
Well, the wind had nothing to do with it.
I'll see, you should have just not said anything and let me believe that it was the weather.
I'm a stand-up guy.
2-2. That one's down low. That got a chuckle out of Brienne.
Okay.
Am I going to have to break something up here sitting in between you guys?
Another 3-2 count. Doesn't matter who's on the mound. We're seeing a lot of these 3-2 counts.
And Avasso wants time. Caleb Avasso, he picked up his first career hit in his first career game back on March 31st against Ewing. Drove in 2 in that one. He struck out twice so far this afternoon. Make it 3 times. The bender drops in. Avasso not happy with it, but Gaglione has his first strikeout of the season. And it's a hat trick now for Caleb Avasso.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Noah Lesperance.
That's 6 strikeouts for Nottingham pitchers. Well, I should say for the Gaglione brothers.
First pitch to Lesperance is a fastball over at the knees for a called strike. And that one's hit foul off the end of the bat. Hamilton West, they've started this year 1-1. They finished last year at 500. 13-13 after a 3-6 start. Fell to Steiner in the first round of the CVC tournament, and then against Lawrence in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
Whoa.
And I think that one slipped.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, my friend, we have yet to see a clean inning in this game. There has not been a 1-2-3 inning yet.
You trying to pull a reverse announcer's jinx right there?
Absolutely. No offense to Hamilton.
1-2 pitch, ground ball towards third, and right under the glove of Gaglione, the reverse announcer's jinx from Fish.
Does not work.
No, it doesn't.
E5.
And the mistakes continue to pile up now for Nottingham.
Now batting the left fielder,
Well, for
number
both
4,
teams,
Chris
really.
Lockington.
Each team now with 3 errors.
Digging in now is the 9-hole hitter, Chris Lockington. But if you're Charlie Iacono, now through 6 games, you've watched your team commit 23 errors and potentially counting. And what do you do to try to remedy that?
Get a lot of ground balls, a lot of, just put your guys in situations that they're going to see during games. You got the mental errors around second base there. Just repetition. Sometimes, though, even that doesn't help because sometimes it gets in the guy's head and they start to think,
0-2 to Lockington is taking high. And, of course, this is the time of year where you never want to be making errors, but if you're going to get them out of the way early, you've got a ton of time and a ton of games left to get back in the swing of things defensively.
Yeah.
But these games early in the season, even interdivisional games like this, does matter, especially when you're talking about power points late in the year and
Yep.
2 teams that have been hovering around 500 in recent seasons fighting to get into these postseason tournaments.
I remember, I think it was 1985, Heightstown. I was covering a Heightstown team for the weekly paper there, and their first 10, 12, 14 games, they were just dreadful. I mean, errors and throwing the ball away and everything. And all of a sudden, something clicked, and they were turning double plays, everything else. They won.
Swing and a miss that time from Lockington, so he's down on strikes. And he's the second out and the second strikeout victim of this 5th inning from Gaglione.
They ended up winning 11 games in a row.
Now batting the pitcher,
They won the
number
Mercer
3,
County
Bryce
tournament,
Paulinini.
I think they beat Notre Dame in the championship game. Notre Dame was heavily favored. Then they went on to win the Central Jersey Group 4 championship before losing to Cherokee in the state semifinals. I mean, it was one of the most amazing turnarounds I've ever seen. And it all had to do with the way that they just started making plays. That was the biggest thing. So it can happen, I guess I'm trying to say.
0-1 to Bolognini's down and away. Now, of course, it would take a lot of changes, as it probably had to do for Heightstown back in '85. But you look at Nottingham and you look at their offense, though. They've got a formidable offense that if they're able to turn it around defensively, things could be looking up for the Northstars.
Well, you have to have the pitching and you have to have the hitting, which that Heightstown team did. And, I'm not using them as the gold standard. I'm sure a lot of teams have done that since. But, I mean, I just remember because I covered them extensively that year. And, you still have to have hitters and you have to get clutch hitting and you have to still have the good pitching. But
called strike 3. Bolognini not happy with that. But it is 3 strikeouts in the inning for Gaglione. He throws up a 0 on the scoreboard. And it's high school, so it's time to stretch as we go to the bottom of the 5th from blustery Nottingham High School.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve.
Chris's Auto Body hopes you're enjoying today's game. Chris's Auto Body is a 20 short minute drive from Hamilton Township in Fairless Hills. They're family owned and operated by Hamiltonians and have been in business over 60 years. 3 locations, Business Route 1, Fairless Hills, also in Lambertville and in New Hope. And now open in Hamilton is DiLorenzo's the Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, third-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trenton tomato pies back to Hamilton. Try their tomato pies, including mustard pie or clam pie. Again, open at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton.
Leading off for the Northstars, the second baseman, number 1, Ethan Miller.
Pretty good job by Luca Gaglione. Well, really good job by Luca Gaglione that last inning. Struck out the side, and the only base runner came on an error. So he's given Nottingham what they need.
Yeah, gets their offense back up there. Still trailing by 4. This is Ethan Miller. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the North Stars here in this 5th inning against Bryce Bolognini, who's allowed his fair share of base runners in this game, but just the 3 runs. Miller has been a base runner twice, reaching via the single and via a walk. And the count now 2 balls and a strike on the Nottingham third baseman, or at least third baseman to begin the day. Now over there at second base with all the defensive changes.
And if we have another pitching change, we're going to have to move them all back.
That makes the defensive part of my scorecard very jumbled.
Yeah, I know.
Which, of course, is what Charlie Iacono was thinking about down there when he makes these score changes, or these fielding changes.
Yeah, he never takes you into consideration, pal.
There's another breaking ball and another swing and miss. And another strikeout picked up by Bryce Bolognini. Strikeout number 9 for the senior left-hander.
27, Nolan Farr.
Yeah, what's that give him? 22 on the year?
He's getting it and going. He's feeling good right now, Bolognini, as he drops in a strike. It's 0-1.
22 in
22 strikeouts in
9 and third innings.
Yeah.
Jeez.
About 21 strikeouts per 9. Think that's pretty good?
Not bad. Kind of like a record.
One pitch to Nolan Farr is popped up way up there into the wind. L'Esperance and Bolognini both give it a look, but it's out of play.
What is the major league record now for strikeouts in a 9-inning game?
That's a great question. We've got to have our research department, a.k.a. Brienne, get on that one.
Well, I know Kerry Wood had it there for a while, and Clemens.
She's going right to Google Chrome. Look at that.
Ah, beautiful.
Brienne does it all. Engineering.
She's the PG.
Helping out our broadcast with stats.
Called third strike. There's 10. And once again, he had an inning like this. Oh, no, it was Gaglione had the inning like this where he came out and struck out the first 2 batters. This is actually the first time he's struck out the first 2 he's faced in an inning.
Well, Fish, you were technically right, saying Kerry Wood having the most strikeouts in a 9-inning MLB game. The record is 20, held by Kerry Wood, Randy Johnson, Max Scherzer, and Roger Clemens did it twice.
Okay, all right. So it is still 20 then. So Bolognini has the record. Oh, wait, we're not in the major leagues.
And it's between 2 games if you really want to get technical. 2-0 pitch to Septak. Bouncer over the mound. Charging is the shortstop, Krupe. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. Oh, so close to our first 1-2-3 inning of the day.
It's just not happening.
Septak reaches via the error. And here comes Luke Formica, who's been a strikeout victim twice today.
I thought, as he threw it, I thought, could this be?
Krupe kind of short-armed that over to first. First pitch to Formica, sprayed foul. It's 0-1. And I hope that foul ball doesn't hit a car, but if it does, you could bring your car to 212 Lincoln Highway Business Route 1, Fairless Hills, where Chris's Auto Body is located, and they'll help fix it all back up to new as Formica sends this one to deep left field. They were playing in, and that one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Septak to third. He'll put the brakes on there. And so 2 more runners in scoring position for Nottingham. It's a 2-out double from Luke Formica.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You start the inning with 2 strikeouts, looking strong.
Now batting the left
And
fielder,
then an
number
error
1,
and a
Brady
wind-blown
Eldegar.
double. I think the wind helped that ball a little bit. And now all of a sudden you're looking at 2 runners in scoring position again. And Nottingham, they scrap. We saw that against Steiner. They scrap.
Eldegar swing and a miss, 0-1. So Formica, he continues his good start to this season. That was his 3rd hit of the year. So he's eclipsed his total from last year. And now Eldegar looking to drive him in. Fastball in there, it's 0-2.
That had to feel good for Formica, striking out the first 2 times.
Bolognini looking to strain 2 more out there in scoring position. Popped up, foul territory behind home plate. And it lands out in the grass behind us. I thought we were going to get a plunk on the top of the press box.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too. No such plunk.
Breaking
Oh,
ball
good
in
pitch.
there. It buckled the knees of Eldegar, and it goes for strikeout number 11 for Bryce Bolognini. He strands 2 more in scoring position. We'll go to the 6th. Hamilton West on top, 7-3.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing County.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office is proud to partner with the Hamilton Police and the Mercer County Police Chiefs Association to bring you Autism Awareness Day. Join us Saturday, April 11th at the Hamilton Township Police Department on Whitehorse, Mercerville Road from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and help raise awareness to make the world a better place. To find out more about our programs and services, visit mercercountyprosecutor.com. And the Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. You can learn more by visiting hamiltonnj.com/health for more information. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
How about Bryce Bolognini? He has stranded 9 Nottingham runners now today. 2 in 4 straight innings. Nottingham's left 2 on in 4 straight innings, and second and third in 3 of those 4 innings. Talk about making pitches when you have to.
One to Krupe is in there for a called strike, too. Yeah, Nottingham, they've had every opportunity to put up some runs against Bolognini, and they have scored the 3. But you ask them, and they're going to tell you it should be a whole lot more than just that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Bolognini, of course, a guy that whenever you get guys on base against him, it's very important to take advantage. He hasn't really necessarily settled in.
No.
But it's not like Nottingham's having comfortable at bats today.
No, and I mean, he just makes pitches when he has to, and a lot of times it's that curveball, as we saw in the last inning. He's been setting up the curve with that fastball, and
that one's on the inside corner, and so finally Nottingham is able to retire Tyrone Krupe. He's now 3 for 4 today. And so he goes down looking, and the batter will be A.J. Zuccarello.
Krupe likes to hit with runners on base. He likes to get them
Now batting
RBIs.
catcher, number 25, AJ
Yeah, 3 for
Zuccarello.
4 with a double and 3 RBIs. He's the leading candidate to be our Di Lorenzo's the Berg player of the game. And the first pitch to Zuccarello is down and away. And of course, you can find that player of the game interview all over our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast.
Are our game broadcasts all over those same channels, or just the interview?
Just the interview.
Oh.
The highlights will go up throughout the week. Oh, and Zuccarello gets drilled.
Yeah.
Looked like right off the lower back.
I don't know if it was lower. Looked kind of was up more. I thought it was over close to his neck.
Now batting the center
He
fielder,
shrugged it
number
right
20,
off, though.
Lucas
Trotted down to first, and now he's
Courtesy running at first base.
got his
number 8,
courtesy
Ryan
runner
Wheeler.
again, Ryan Wheeler. See, he put me in charge, and I'm right on it.
Didn't even need the lineup card that time, Fish.
Nope, flawless. Keeping our streak intact of no clean inning.
Ground ball into left field, and that's a base hit for Luke Radoslavich. His second of the day, and 2 are aboard now with 1 out. And here comes Danny Vergara, who once again will come to the dish with runners on base.
Now batting the second baseman, number 12, Danny Vergara.
Vergara today, he's reached base all 3 times. He's walked twice, and he reached on an error back in the 4th.
7 hits for Hamilton now.
And that one catches the inside corner. It's 0-1. Got a feeling if Hamilton West is able to plate a couple more runs here the way Bolognini's been going, they could be starting to smell that 2-1 and above 500 record. This one is skied towards shallow right. And it's going to drift back into center field where Luke Formica puts it away. That ball was in right center field, and the wind pushed it to straightaway center.
Absolutely. It is
Now batting the right fielder,
brisk
number 6,
wind.
Joaquin Gutierrez.
Well, it's a nice job by Formica to stick with it that time. And so here comes Joaquin Gutierrez. Gutierrez today 1 for 3 with a single back in the first. And that one's in there for a called strike. So Luca Gaglione, who had walked 3 through his first inning and a third this season, the command has been a whole lot better this time out. The 0-1 is outside. Man, that was about as big of a flinch as you can have for the home plate umpire. One to Gutierrez. Tries it again, and that time he catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. 2 on, 2 out in a 4-run game. Hamilton West looking for some insurance in the 6th. 1-2 pitch. Drifts outside and gets away. Austin Wright will fire down to third, and a beautiful throw.
Oh, man.
Man, he had the courtesy runner Wheeler out by a mile.
Yeah.
And so not exactly how Nottingham drew it up, but they get out of the inning without allowing a run. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 7-3, Hamilton West still on top.
And not the perfect pitch to throw a guy out on either.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. New pitcher on the mound, left-hander Luke Radoslavich. So 5 innings of 3-run ball for Bryce Bolognini. He strikes out 11.
Yeah.
And his day is done. He'll turn it over to the sophomore southpaw. First appearance of the year for Radoslavich.
Yeah, it wasn't a what you would call a commanding, dominating effort by Bolognini, but it was definitely really a clutch performance by him, dealing with runners on base constantly and getting out of it when he had to, and just a gutty win. Probably didn't have his best stuff as far as location and things like that. Well, he definitely didn't, and yet he managed to get out with 3 runs, and only one of them was earned. I think, right? Wasn't that
Now pitching for the Hornets, number 20, Luke Radoslavich. Leading off the Northstars, the pitcher, number 8, Luca Gaglione.
Radoslavich last season pitched just 2 1/3 innings. Gave up 3 hits and struck out 2. So perhaps a guy that Jerry Gomez is going to count on a little bit more out of the bullpen this year. And he delivers a first pitch strike to the leadoff man, Luca Gaglione. And that one's way outside.
Actually, all 3 runs were unearned that Bolognini gave up.
The ground ball over to second base, up with it Vergara, and there's 1 away. And by the way, this is a straight defensive swap. Radoslavich comes from center field to the mound, and Bryce Bolognini goes out to center.
Now batting the shortstop, number 13, Alex Alonso.
If you can believe it, Fish, that was just the second ground out of the day, as this one sent far but foul.
Whoa,
and how to play.
Look
Oh,
out.
wow. Yeah, look out indeed. Chris Lockington just banged into the fence down there in left field.
Yeah, you're right. Second ground out of the day. Well, when you strike out a lot.
There have been other opportunities for ground outs in this game, but errors have gotten in the way of that.
And again, Bolognini not giving up an earned run. Vince, you could check me on that, but I don't think any of those runs were earned, right? Yeah.
0-1 pitch to Alex Alonso, drops in for a call. It's strike 2. Alonso so far today 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, and he thought he was going to get rung up that time. He started walking back towards the dugout. But new life for the 2-hole hitter for Nottingham. On a 1-2, Alonso swings and misses, and now he's a hat-trick victim. First 2 are set down here in the top of the 6th by Radoslavich, and here comes Austin Wright.
Yeah, so
Now batting the catcher,
the book
number 3,
on
Austin Wright.
the book being closed on Bolognini, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, none earned, 5 hits, 3 walks, 11 strikeouts.
Right, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Shallow center. Coming in is Bolognini. Hat flies off. and he makes the grab, and there you go, Fish. That is the first 1-2-3 inning of the day, and a nice job by Luke Radoslavich coming in out of the bullpen and throws up another 0. We go to the 7th inning. Hamilton West looking for some more insurance, on top by 4.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half season ticket memberships, as well as multi-game packs, are on sale now for the 2026 season. Now open in Hamilton is DiLorenzo's The Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, third-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trent tomato pies back to Hamilton. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays noon to 9, Sundays 4 to 9, closed on Mondays. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Luca Gaglione still out there, looking to make it 3 1/3 innings in relief if he's able to get through the 7th. He'll face 6, 7, and 8. Joaquin Gutierrez, Caleb Avasso, and Noah Lesperance as Hamilton West looks for some more insurance.
Yeah, I mean, you really 4 runs is already a pretty deep hole to try to get in 1 inning, so Luca's really got to keep it right here.
That one sent towards left. And, wow, Elnagar really misjudged that. It flies over his head. And in at second base with a stand-up double is Joaquin Gutierrez. He looked like off the bat he was just going to settle underneath there, then realized that it was way over his head.
Yeah, he didn't figure on that wind because obviously the wind gives it a little bit extra charge from what it looks like off the bat.
The wind has been gusting out towards left really this entire game. And that one just got up there in the jet stream. And now the key for Luca Gaglione is to settle on down. Austin Wright goes out there and has a word with him. You can't let this hole get much deeper if you're Nottingham.
Not at all.
Already going to be a tough enough task in the bottom of the 7th.
That's a second double for West after not having an extra base hit in their first 2 games. So a lot of bright spots for Hamilton if they can hold on to this lead.
First pitch fastball right down the middle to Caleb Avasso, who's 0 for 3 and looking to avoid the golden sombrero of 4 strikeouts. A 1 from Gaglione, tails outside, 1 ball and a strike. And that pitch, of course, missed by a lot, but I've been really impressed with Gaglione's command out there on the mound, especially after his first appearance this year didn't really go the way he wanted to.
Right. He had 6 strikeouts so far. I mean, it's been outstanding.
That one drops in. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count now on Avasso.
Wait, no, he doesn't have 6 strikeouts. He came in to get the 1 out. I'm giving him 2 too many.
Swing and a miss. Now you just gave him 1 too many. He's up to 5.
Yeah, now he's got 5.
You're just seeing the future.
Yeah, that's right. I have a vision.
That is, of course, now a golden sombrero for Avasso. 4 strikeouts for him on the day, so perhaps a day to forget at the plate. And here comes Noah Lesperance. Runner on second, 1 down here in the 6th. No secrets right now from Gaglione. He's just filling up the zone with all these fastballs. There's a breaking ball that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count on L'Esperance. 0 for 2 today. He's walked. He has struck out, and he has reached via an error. Looking to make that leadoff double pay off, and a spin and throw back to second, and Gutierrez is in with a head-first dive.
A little bit surprised with Avoso that they didn't maybe try to bunt Gutierrez over to third base, get him there with 1 out. Hamilton likes to play that small ball, and might have been a good time to do it.
There's a fastball at the knees. It's 1-2. I guess figuring the 4-run lead, Jerry Gomez said, you know what, you've struck out 3 times, try to salvage the day at the plate.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, you know, if you bunt him over, now automatically Nottingham's got to bring its infield in, so that makes things better for the hitter too.
There's a called strike 3. So there you go, Fish. You were seeing the future.
I was seeing.
Now he's up to 6 as Luca Gaglione. Back-to-back Ks, and here comes Chris Lockington for his 4th plate appearance.
Now batting to left fielder, number 4, Chris Lockington.
He has been really impressive.
Gives up the leadoff double and bears down, gets the next 2 guys on strikes, and the first pitch to Lockington rides high.
Yep, he's given up 2 hits. Hasn't walked anybody. Hit a guy. He hit Zuccarello.
Gaglione steps off. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Nottingham. Nick Gaglione, Ethan Miller, and Nolan Farr. As the 1-0 is shot foul. Look out over there in the stands. And I hope that foul ball doesn't hit a car or a fan. But if your car does get dinged up from broken windshields to dents or major auto body work, call Chris's Auto Body with 3 convenient locations: Fairless Hills, Lambertville, and New Hope.
You know, I don't want to dime you out, Jordan, but whenever Jordan does that cute little, I hope that doesn't hit a car, but if it does, those balls are going nowhere near cars.
But you can always hope that it doesn't hit one.
The parking lot is behind us. Those balls are going out. Yeah,
there's a called strike. I read what Brianne hands to me.
Oh, okay. Well, it could come close to the golf cart down there. You could say that.
One of you could take your golf cart to Chris's Auto Body. 2-2 from Gaglione. Swing and a miss. So after the leadoff double, he comes back with 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he was impressive. And no 2 ways about it.
We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. One last chance for Nottingham, trailing this one 7-3.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's the Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, 3rd-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trenton tomato pies back to Hamilton. Try their tomato pies, including their mustard pie or clam pie. Fresh salads like their famous antipasta salad, along with homemade soups and sandwiches and more. DiLorenzo's the Berg is proud to be back in Hamilton, serving the highest quality pizza with warm, friendly service. Since 1938, the tradition of Chambersburg's iconic tomato pie is back in Hamilton at DiLorenzo's the Berg, 147 Sloan Avenue.
Well, some really nice pitching by Luca Gaglione.
Nick Gaglione.
3 1/3 innings, 2 hits, no walks, 1 hit batsman, 7 strikeouts. Can't beat that, huh? No runs, too, I should say. And he came in, with a runner on second and got out of that.
Yeah, Luca Gaglione keeping Nottingham in it.
You got a baseball there? You really get caught up in the spirit of things, don't you?
That's right. There's this little, I guess, lunch bag of baseballs to my left. and they've been tempting me all day.
Okay.
That one's upstairs. It's 2 balls and a strike. You're not somebody who, whenever you see a baseball, you just want to
I do.
just grab and like toss it up to yourself.
Yeah, but you're in Flyers mode. I thought you'd be holding a puck.
Well, there's no pucks up here in the press box at Nottingham. Maybe we can bring one.
Well,
We could bring one with us along with that blanket to Lawrence on Thursday.
now let's wait for the playoffs before we start bringing pucks. We got to get in first.
And that one's hit foul. It remains 2-2. A good job by Nick Gaglione to just get a piece of that one. Big Flyers game tonight, Fish. You're going to be watching?
Yes. Yes, I am. I already cleared it with Barbara. We're going to be watching it. Well, she might go in the other room and watch something else. I don't know.
That's up and away. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. As long as you got the okay.
Yeah, I got the okay. We suffered a great heartbreak last night, my friend. Ooh, look out.
This one shot towards second base, barely having to move that time is Vergara, and there's one down. Would you like to share what that heartbreak was?
Yes, we were in a block pool for the NCAA tournament. For every game, it was a block pool, and we were 2 seconds away from winning $700 last night. And with 2 seconds at the end of the first half, the referee called a foul on Michigan late. The guy took the shot and missed it, and there was no call, and all of a sudden they blew a late whistle. And the guy from Connecticut.
It's a ground ball towards third. Up with it is L'Esperance. It's been a bit of an adventure for him over there at third base, but a good play that time. And Hamilton West is 1 out away from their second win of the season.
Anyway, he missed the first foul shot, teasing us because the score had to stay where it was, and then he made the second foul shot with 2.1 seconds to go. Now that's heartbreak.
That's called a bad beat, if there ever was one.
$700, baby. We were already ordering our lobster tails and surf and turf.
That one's taken for a strike. It's 0-1.
And I will say Barbara takes those things much better than I do. Which is why she's not going to tell me what our numbers are next year.
The 0-1 pitch is upstairs for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The count now on Nolan Farr.
Fish, shouldn't you be reading one of those gambling disclaimers now?
Vince Capone wants us to read the gambling disclaimers.
Outside 2 balls and 1 strike. I mean, if Brienne hands it to me, I'll read it.
You wouldn't dare. Well, that should be a lesson. Let that be a lesson, everybody. Don't gamble. Because you'll have your heart broken with 2 seconds to go and a half.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The count, so 1 strike away.
What a job by Luke Radoslovich, too. We did not have a clean inning this entire game. He came in and got the first one. And now, nope.
Oh, you jinxed it.
No,
I thought hit far.
I did too, but it didn't.
They're going to say he was just kicked around by Zuccarello.
Either way, he's come in and he's retired the first 5 that he's faced. So, kudos to the relief pitching in this game.
Radoslovich looking for 1 more strike to punctuate Hamilton West's second win of the young season. And it's on the inside corner, a called strike 3. 6 up, 6 down for Luke Radoslovich out of the pen.
I got to run, buddy.
And Fish is bouncing out of here as the 2 teams line up for their handshakes. Hamilton West wins this one 7-3. They've won 8 of their last 10 over Nottingham. And the Hornets are back over 500 for the second time this season. And Nottingham, they fall to 2-4 here in 2026. Our player of the game today, by the way, it's going to be Tyrone Krupe, 3 for 4, a double, and 3 RBIs for the senior shortstop. You can find that interview shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast on our Instagram page, Facebook page, and on YouTube Shorts as well. A broadcast today that was sponsored by Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, Haldeman Ford, the Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, Kessel Dermatology, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, Chris's Auto Body, DeLorenzo's The Berg in Hamilton, the Hamilton Division of Health, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Trentonian, and Hyundai of Trenton. Hamilton West gets the win. Final score today, 7-3 from the Galaxy. Hamilton West improves to 2-1, dropping to 2-4 is Nottingham. And so one final time now for the entire crew, for our cameraman Rich Sale, producer Brianne O'Neill, and from a broadcast partner Rich Fisher. My name's Jordan Hirsch, saying thank you for watching, and have a great night, everybody.